Now, I do want to pivot to a really explosive report in The Athletic about Kevin Durant. And oh boy, folks, it don't look good for Kevin Durant. Let me start here by saying Kevin Durant is one of the 15 greatest players in the history of basketball, full stop. We all agree the guy won an MVP, carried OKC to the finals, goes to Golden State, wins 2 finals MVPs. His resume speaks for itself. Kevin Durant has had an incredible career. It's inarguable. That being said, we know sports are what have you done for me lately? And in some ways, you know, Kevin Durant is the guy who used to be an A-list actor and get all the first look at scripts, and now he's not getting any looks. I mean, Nick Cage comes to mind. You know, won an Academy Award for Leaving Las Vegas. What has that guy done lately? Where's Nick Cage the last 10 years? Can he open a movie? No shot. I mean, Will Smith. Will Smith has an unbelievable movie resume. I mean, I Am Legend is like probably one of my top 10 movies of all time. I love Will Smith as an actor. Again, like, is he getting any good looks anymore? When are they starting filming Bad Boys 4? You know, like, that's where Kevin Durant is in his career. I don't know if anybody wants him. And I know at the trade deadline, there were teams involved and talking to the Suns. You had reports, I'm going to put those in air quotes, reports that 5 teams wanted Kevin Durant. Well, the latest report in The Athletic is that the Phoenix Suns keep calling the Houston Rockets, and the Suns keep lowering their asking price. Kevin Durant is 36, and we know he's still a bucket. Okay, that's obvious. Kevin Durant, he can give you 25 points a night. That's great. Yeah, so can Mo Wagner and Jalen Green. I mean, these guys are 10 years younger, and they can score almost what Kevin Durant does. And Kevin Durant is also kind of an ornery, prickly fellow who, oh, by the way, has not been great in the playoffs lately. Guys, the super team Suns, yes, D-Book, Durant, and Bradley Beal qualifies as a super team. That's 3 All-NBA players joining forces. They didn't even make the playoffs this year, okay? Kevin Durant has been swept in 2 of his last 3 trips to the playoffs. And yes, both were with super teams. Need I remind you, the super team fiasco in Brooklyn, which is really deserves its own 30 for 30. It was a Hindenburg, okay? They got swept in his last playoff appearance by Jason Tatum and the Celtics. Like, Kevin Durant in the postseason is not what he used to be. Again, you can love KD, and he's a bucket, but he's turning 37 in September. Here's Rick Bucher earlier this week talking about the trickiness of how to move Kevin Durant.
The tricky part is, are you just getting him as a 1-year rental? Or is he going to sign an extension? Do you want to sign him to an extension? What does that extension look like? There's a lot of tricky parts to that, to your point, because of KD's age.
I just don't know what the market is for Kevin Durant. So I start looking at the standings and teams that could be close and looking at Kevin Durant's $54 million contract next year. And yeah, okay, sure, he's going to give you 25, 27 points a game. He don't want to be a leader. So if you expect Kevin Durant to go to a young team and maybe be that leader, be that agent of change who's going to take them up the next step, and I'll toss one out there. We know Kevin Durant went to the University of Texas. He loves Austin, has a very big affinity for the city. Hey, the San Antonio Spurs, could that work? Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Kevin Durant, maybe that's something. And then you look at what the Spurs are, and you're like, okay, well, we're not giving up Stephon Castle to rent Kevin Durant for 1 year. Is Wembanyama and KD, is that doing anything in the West? And I look around, the Houston Rockets, folks, they would rather chase Giannis than go after Kevin Durant. I mean, I don't, a couple years ago, Kevin Durant, he grew up in the D.C. area. He's a legend in Maryland growing up. And I floated the idea, why wouldn't he go to the Wizards, and join forces with like John Wall and Bradley Beal? This is way back. And it's like, Wizards are one of the worst teams in the league right now. I mean, is that the kind of thing where we're going to see Kevin Durant end up on a bad team? Somebody in our morning meeting floated, what about the Atlanta Hawks? KD, Trae Young, Jalen Johnson coming back from... I don't know. And again, I'm a huge Kevin Durant fan. Yes, we've had our online beefs a few times over the years, but I love him as a basketball player. I don't love the I just want to hoop, I don't want to be a leader thing. I mean, could we see him in Detroit to help the Pistons get over the top? But then you look at the Pistons' salaries, and it's like, okay, are we dumping any of our good young players? Hey, we need Ansar Thompson. You're not getting him. Not for Kevin Durant for one freaking year. And the more we talk about KD and you read stories about the Suns lowering their asking price, you start to wonder, like, geez, are the Suns going to have to attach a draft pick, assuming they have any left, to get off Kevin Durant? Are we in a world where Kevin Durant is close to ending his career like Patrick Ewing did with the Seattle Sonics? You guys remember Olajuwon wearing a Raptors jersey? I mean, Karl Malone's sitting on the bench with the Lakers. Like, we're not, I mean, this is like a year or two away maybe for Kevin Durant. He's either going to have a big reality check and understand, dude, I'm not that guy anymore. Or Kevin Durant's going to have to change his ways and say, you know what, I will be a leader for a young team. Because if I need 25 points, I'll go get Tyler Hero. Sorry, I don't think Kevin Durant's defense is that superior to what you're getting at $54 million playing the position he does. And I'll leave you with this. Like, again, I don't want to be seen as taking jabs at Kevin Durant. But at this stage in the game, like, what do you do with him? Is there a world where nobody wants Kevin Durant? As shocking as that sounds, I think we're getting close to Kevin Durant not really getting the interest that he thought he would. So he goes super teams, and now he goes kind of out with a whimper.